What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's March 26th. It's 2.5 weeks out from the Philly show. And when I came back from the Philly show, I came back with a disgusting virus or whatever, and I'm still recovering from it. Just went to the doctors today and got some antibiotics finally. They gave me some prednisone last week, which helped me get through the White Plains show. Thankfully, I wasn't contagious, but otherwise I wouldn't have done it. But my voice was strained. It's still a little off, and here we are. So what my intents were for this video, it was gonna be a much longer video. It's gonna be a very short video. I was gonna kind of give you a behind the scenes look like I did with the EC3 Con. EC3 Con is a smaller show compared to the Philly show. It's just a completely different animal. It has mini national vibes, and so I wanted to show some of the kind of the prep work behind the scenes, which I do, but I pared down the footage, so it's just kind of like really quick. Any of the vintage cards you see are no longer in my bargain boxes, I'm assuming, because just my bargain box between the last two shows just got crushed. So, and at the end of those clips, I'll just give you my thoughts on the show altogether, and most importantly, some really big pickups from my personal collection, and I can't wait to show you guys. So. Stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out. So when I price my cards, I, pretty much go, we have our markers here, and there's actually markers underneath these cards for like 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, but I just wanted to just kind of show you, like, this is the $5 pile. Here we have, Richie Ashburn, Padres, beat up, well-loved Whitey Ford, 59 tops. High number Alkaline with some tape marks on it. Decent condition Casey Stengel. We get some modern stuff. Some Hall of Fame basketball rookies. Nice condition Dwight Evans, second year. So on and so forth. So you kind of get the idea with the fives. Here's the 12s. You got a Don Sutton rookie. Here's a decent condition Drysdale. Michael Jordan starting lineup card. And again, I'm pricing these at 12, but we're going to take 40% off. So, this is what we got going on. My guy is going to get here and start sleeving and tagging. So I figured I would just kind of show this. And we'll just, we'll see you guys down in Philly. All right, we're back at it. It's the Philly show prep. We got the U-Haul over here. Okay, round one is done. You see that? Okay, we're a little shifty over here, but we should be all right. I think I'm gonna move that 2-row down over there. But this is all Robert stuff towards the back, and I gotta add more stuff in the trunk of my Rogue. The storage unit's cleared out, and I got my house, but I got all the magazine boxes coming, so it's gonna be still a good amount of work. I was like, oh yeah, we'll be very close to being done. I mean, it's pushing 5 o'clock fast, so we want to have all this wrapped up by 7, and I gotta get my dog. All right, we'll check in later. Okay, so I'm just about sleeving all of these. They're in price piles, so I'm just gonna tag these. It's literally Thursday morning, and I have to box all this stuff up, price some things, print out signs. I got a couple hours to do this, so I'm not gonna really be able to run the camera too much. But I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to hit the road, go pick up my buddy Steve, drop off Robert's stuff, and then we're on our way to Philly. So I'm on my way to pick up Steve, and we got traffic just to go pick him up. Okay, let's see what just as I'm pulling up, they're getting ready to pull this stuff away. That's nice. Okay, so we're here at the Expo Center. We're here with Steve. Hi, Steve. Hi. So we missed loading. We thought it was 6 o'clock. It's actually 4 o'clock. So we're just going to shoot over to the hotel, and that's going to wrap it up for tonight. So... All right, so we're just getting up for the morning. I'm here with Steve. I just had my first sale for the Philly show, which is a 1961 Fleer Bob Pettit for $50. So take that.
Philly show.
And that brings us back to here. That's really all the footage that I felt that was worthy of sharing. I had some other stuff that I just, cut out, and that was really it. So let me give you my thoughts about the show. I mean, I know a lot of other people covered the show. I just wanted to give you my thoughts as far as, being a sports card memorabilia dealer there, and also the collecting side of myself as well. First off, the secret's out. I mean, it was a packed house. The Eagles, they won the Super Bowl. They brought in a lot of Eagles guests, which brought in a lot of fans. There is like a divided thought on that as far as like having that many people at the show that aren't traditional card collectors or memorabilia collectors. But I'll get into that in a second. So packed house. Extra hours, so obviously extra hours, you have extra time to sell stuff, and if people are there, that's a great thing. However, for myself, I noticed that it definitely was taxing on the body. Clearly, I mean, I got sick, from being there, and still am recovering. I had a little bit of an ankle swelling issue, which I had procedures done in the past to kind of have that corrected. So I definitely felt like I was, really pushing myself, because you have the 5 hours bookend on driving both ways, back and forth from Hartford, Connecticut, and then you just have those long hours where, you're doing retail, so retail, wholesale, whatever you're doing. So, so having said that, it was a great show for myself being a dealer. So, a lot of it came front loaded on Friday. Saturday sales, even though there was a ton of people there, traditionally was a little bit weaker than normal, but it picked back up on Sunday. So I think the card and autograph buyers wanted to avoid that Saturday crowd. And I don't blame them, because, your time is money. Your time, you don't want to be stuck behind 5 or 6 people that have helmets that are blocking the aisles and stuff like that. So one of the key terms that I picked up recently is maneuverability. And it was tough. And honestly, it got, I remember going to the bathroom. I'm on the wall, I'm booth 102. So when you first come in, you kind of just go down and right to the left. And I got a really great spot near the front entrance. And when you walk to the middle and take a right to go to the bathroom, I mean, it felt like the temperature went up like 10 degrees, so that is something to think about as the buyer side, right? As the dealer side, I could just take a step back and stand behind my tables and sit down and, do whatever, even though I'm standing most of the time. So, the thing about the Philly show, and, Joe Jarelic being the owner and promoter, he's done a great job. I've known Joe. Joe used to buy vintage commons from me in bulk, back in 2008, 2009, 2010. So he used to buy a ton of them from me. And the fact that, he kind of stepped in and took over that show, and is also promoter of the Chantilly show, and one of the 3 promoters for the National. He does a great job. He's got the finger on the pulse of the hobby. And not to take anything away from any other promoters, but I mean, it's the only show that I know that's got the eBay corporate booth set up, at least in the Northeast area. eBay corporate booth set up. It's got, a massive variety of dealers, vintage to modern, and even, other gaming deal, Pokemon dealers, stuff like that. And it's got every single auction house that's, worthy. They're all there. And you have all the grading and authenticators there. So it is a great place to get a lot of stuff done. And that helps bring people in. Getting back to the crowd was so big on Saturday, and it didn't really, for me, translate into much as sales, but that's not the promoter's fault. The promoter's fault is to bring people in. Okay. It was a little lopsided, it was very lopsided. You had a lot of people that were coming in that really just wanted, it might have to be season ticket holders to the Eagles. They want to meet Jalen Hurts. They want to do whatever. It's up to you to put out Randall Cunningham rookies out, and, things that would sell to that side of the crowd, as well as balancing, card and memorabilia collectors that have a high IQ for that stuff in the hobby. So, you know, you just got to kind of balance yourself out, figure it out. I do hear dealers complain about that, but I think Joe does a great job. I enjoy doing a show. I'm never giving up that spot. It's awesome, you know, to be there. And again, just like the White Plains show, if you go back and look at my video yesterday where I give a lot of shout outs to a lot of customers, I'm not going to do that in this one because I want to keep it short. You know, it's all love down there. You know, I mean, people seek me out. I have a regular following there, and it's great. So that's my thoughts on the show. That's really it. I can't wait to get back there in September, and you know, that's pretty much it. So now let's get into the big pickups. I want to start off by saying I blame Sammy Thunder and his whole Thunderites for getting me into, you know, expanding my horizons and collecting not only oddball cards, oversized cards and things like that, but just I'm typically a vintage. I'm going to get into this later on, but I'm typically a vintage on card signed, you know, in-person autograph guy with inscriptions and rookie cards and key issued World Series year cards. That's what I like to collect. I don't really have a big collection of unsigned cards, but I'm starting it. So being that I like the PC Reds and A's stuff, let's take a look at what we picked up and we'll take it from there. Okay, I have 3 pickups. All of them are from the same guy. I can't remember his name. I think it starts with a D. It's like Durwood or Derwin or something like that. And Sammy knows. But anyways, the PC Red stuff, PCA stuff, and I know that because of you guys, you know, there's only gonna be so much time to have to be able to buy these at any kind of a reasonable price. So I've always loved these cards, the 1971 Topps Greatest Moments, and this one is an SGC 6 X Mint. This is a very clean card. It's got, you know, a little corner thing up there. Being that they're black borders, this is a very sharp, you know, near high grade card. Also, what I noticed is that there's a double stamp on here. I kind of didn't see that. I just got excited that, you know, that it was in a 6, and I just, you know, +2, my eyes aren't really that well, but dropping this much money on a card, I should pay attention to that. I would have bought it anyways. That I will say that. So I would have bought it anyways. But look at the back. I mean, look how clean that back is. The clean backs on any of the cards back then was just such a rare thing. And I absolutely love this. So that's one. So we'll put that there. And of course, why not make it a pocket pair of 6s? So we have a 1971 Topps Greatest Moments Johnny Bench. And obviously the color image is dead on. That's also in a 6, but it's slightly off-centered. And I was told that this is a more of a short print in the set. And, you know, again, very, very cool, very clean in the back. Named Player of the Year. And these are great. These are definitely PC items. And this is going to be this. I'm not going to go too crazy. You know, it's on video. I'm not going to go too crazy with the unsigned vintage stuff. But if I see something that I really like I'm not going to work on a Johnny Bench oddball run. But if there is stuff that I really like, of course I'm going to grab it. And from the same dealer, again, I'm butchering his name, he basically threw this in for next to no money. And when I saw this image on this card, I just had to have it. It's one of those things, like, I'm not going to put this up there with a 53 Bowman color Pee Wee Reese, but you're going to get the idea when I show you this card because the image is just stunning, and I absolutely love it. And this is a 1975 Calbee. Okay, I've had these before, but not this card. I didn't even know this card existed. And I just thought that this was absolutely stunning. It's graded at PSA 5X. I don't know why. I mean, there's probably like a surface issue or something. But look at the sky blue background. Look at, you know, Sardahara O. You know, just probably eyeing down his pitcher and be like, yeah, I'm probably going to get 3 home runs off you today. Like, no problem. So I just think it's a really cool, pretty card. And I am so glad that I was actually able to get this and kind of have this in a package deal. And of course, he took care of me a little bit on the purchase, but this is really special. So not as special as these, but this is cool. So this is obviously just going to be PC. This will probably be on display on my shelf, and because I just love that image. So anyways, that's all I got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I have insane content coming down the pipeline, so please give me a like and a subscribe, and just stay tuned because there's great stuff coming. So thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody.